Okay, I think that's given everybody an opportunity to get online. Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge Jim Crouch. I'm a retired senior judge sitting by assignment pursuant to section 74.056 of the Texas Government Code to the Kinney County Court of Kinney County, Texas, for the Honorable Judge John Paul Schuster of Kinney County. This is a judicial matter being heard via Zoom pursuant to the Supreme Court's miscellaneous docket number 23.9025, renewed emergency order regarding indigent defense and the border security state of disaster, and being broadcast live over YouTube to comply with the requirements of open courts and the guidelines set by the Office of Court Administration. Nothing about this broadcast changes Texas law. That is to say, it is illegal to record or photograph this proceeding without the consent of the court, and that consent is not given. The only official record of this proceeding will be taken by our court reporter today, which is Lisa Greenwald. Please be mindful that electronic hearings can be more taxing on the court reporter, so it is important that we do not speak over each other. If counsel makes a legal objection, whoever is speaking, please stop talking so the court can rule on the objection. We have begun the live stream over YouTube. At this time, we are going to swear in our interpreter, who is Maria Enriquez. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm your interpreter, Your Honor.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly, fairly, accurately, and impartially make a true translation of the statements of these proceedings presented presently before the court to the best of your knowledge and ability, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
And if you would at this time, please give our Spanish-speaking people online here the instructions so they'll know about the language line.
Yes. Muy buenos días, yo soy su intérprete, me llamo María, yo les voy a estar interpretando el día de hoy. Y quiero recordarles que ustedes van a comparecer ante un juez de los Estados Unidos y les voy a pedir respeto en todo momento. Quítense gorras, sombreros, cachuchas y procuren no estar recostados. Pónganse su camisa si no la traen. Y si les es posible, pongan su nombre en la pantalla, ya sea de su teléfono o en cualquier dispositivo que tengan, pónganlo si es que pueden. En un momento se abrirá el canal simultáneo al que deben de conectarse. Y cuando ya se abre el canal simultáneo, van ustedes a presionar en la barra de arriba, va a aparecer un mundito, lo van a seleccionar y luego el menú que va a deslizarse van a seleccionar español. Y para que ustedes puedan participar, pongan mucha atención y cuando escuchen su nombre, levanten la mano y digan presente. Okay.
Thank you. And if everyone would, you'll need to choose on the language line there. I don't see it up yet. Wait a second.
Should be there, Your Honor.
There we go. Okay, we're going to go through our docket. The first case is 14565 CR, State of Texas versus Jorge Humberto Pedroza Juarez.
Your Honor, at Segovia Unit.
He's in Segovia?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you'll go ahead and bring him. And is our defense attorney online? I believe it's Derek Morales.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Thank you, sir. Let's get him on. Okay, and you are Jorge Humberto Pedroza Juarez, who is charged in 14565 CR with criminal trespass, a Class A misdemeanor. Is that correct, sir?
Sí.
Is the name of the information spelled correctly, defense attorney, and is your client the same individual named in the information on the file?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Okay. Do you waive formal reading of the information?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. And if we can have that read by the state.
Yes, Your Honor. Ballard Shapley for the state. If the court will give me 1 minute.
Sure.
Bring it up. In cause number 14565 CR, State of Texas versus Jorge Humberto Pedroza Juarez. Information alleging criminal trespass on agricultural land over 100 feet pursuant to 30.05 of the penal code and 12.50 for the declaration of disaster. In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas, I, Brent Smith, the county attorney of Kinney County, Texas, on the written affidavit of Brad Coe, a competent and credible person, herewith filed in the county court of Kinney County, Texas, do present in and to the county court of Kinney County, Texas, that heretofore and before the presentment of this information, that on the 12th day of June 2023 in Kinney County, Texas, Jorge Humberto Pedroza Juarez did then and there, having noticed that the entry was forbidden, intentionally and knowingly enter agricultural land of another, namely ZZZ Ranch, Brian Zitgraff, that's ZINTGRAFF, hereinafter called the complainant, without the effective consent of the complainant, and the defendant was on the agricultural land to a distance greater than 100 feet of the boundary of the land when apprehended. And it is further presented that the offense was committed in an area that was, at the time of the offense, subject to a declaration of a state disaster made by the governor under section 418.014 of the Texas Government Code against the peace and dignity of the state, signed Brent Smith, Kinney County Attorney.
Does he want to enter a plea to the charge at this time?
Yes, Your Honor, we're entering a plea of not guilty.
Okay. And the court will accept that plea of not guilty. The next court date for this proceeding will be on July the 27th. That will be for a 2801 hearing. It will also be by Zoom. The final pretrial will be on August the 17th. Both of those are at 9 a.m. They will both be by Zoom. This case is on the docket call for September the 5th at 9 a.m. in person. And then if it goes to jury trial, the jury trial date is September the 11th at 9 a.m.
Yes, Your Honor. And would the court allow me to ask for an oral motion to reduce his bond, my client's bond?
You need to put that in writing.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Judge, with respect, I see that we have some new attorneys that have joined this, defense attorneys that have joined here.
Yes, sir.
The state is not prepared to make an offer or a recommendation as to punishment in exchange for a defendant's plea at this time. But those attorneys, if their clients wish to enter a plea, should contact the county attorney's office asking for, to begin those negotiations and asking for plea papers.
Okay. Anything else with this case that we need to put on the record?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing further.
Okay. And I do want to let everyone know online that the dates that I've just given, that the 2801 hearing of July the 27th at 9 a.m. by Zoom, the final pretrial of August the 17th at 9 a.m. by Zoom, the docket call in person on September the 5th at 9 a.m., and the jury trial date of September the 11th at 9 a.m. in person. Those will all apply to everyone on our docket here. I'll try to repeat those, but just in case I missed that, I want to make sure everyone understands that will be your reset date, unless we change that. Okay.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I just wanted to remind everyone that they will have a DCO, a docket control order in their files on iDocket or with the clerk's office, reflecting those dates.
Yes.
And Judge, right now, I've been advised that the county attorney's office has sent out a message to each one of the new attorneys appearing today.
Great. That's awesome. Thank you. Okay, we'll go to case number 2, which is 14566 CR, State of Texas versus Jose Alberto Rios Vasquez, which is criminal trespass, Class A misdemeanor. I think he's in Segovia too. Yes. Okay.
Presente.
Oh, no. Is that you? Present. Okay. And you are Jose Alberto Rios Vasquez, charged with criminal trespass. Is that correct, sir?
Presente, aquí estamos.
Do you understand, sir? Yes, yes.
I don't think he can hear you on the Spanish channel. If you stay on the English channel, maybe he can.
Okay. Yes, go right ahead. Okay.
Your Honor, maybe I can end the interpretation.
Yeah, why don't you end it and then restart it?
Alberto Ríos Vázquez, ¿me escucha?
Sí,
Ok. ¿Es usted José Alberto Ríos Vázquez y es que tiene el cargo de entrada ilícita a una propiedad?
sí,
Yes.
Is the name of the information spelled correctly, Mr. Morales? And is your client the same individual name?
¿Está
with
su
the
nombre escrito
information on the file?
correctamente, señor Morales? ¿Y toda su información correcta? Sí,
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
sí está.
Do you waive the formal reading of the information?
¿Usted está renunciando a que se le lea formalmente sus cargos?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sí, su señoría.
Madison?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Maybe Ms. Enriquez can give the instructions to this defendant and he
But-
can join the Spanish now.
It's fine. This one will be quick and then we'll go back.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? The bar for the Spanish, the language bar disappeared from our screen.
Okay. Does he, can he hear us now?
I
Yes.
can hear you. I can hear you, but
Yes, but I'm just saying he was listening on our channel a while ago. Is he still listening?
está escuchando, señor.
sí.
Okay.
Yes.
That's my concern. Okay. And Mr. Morales, do you want to
Señor
enter a
Morales.
plea to the charge at this time?
¿Quiere
Yes,
traer
Your Honor,
una
of not guilty.
declaración para los cargos en ese tiempo? De no culpable.
And you said not guilty, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sí, de no culpable.
Mr. Rios Vasquez, your next date
Señor
that you
Ríos
will
Vázquez.
be back,
¿Usted va
Yes.
a comparecer
July the 27th on
el
Zoom
27 de julio por Zoom
at 9 a.m.
a las 9 de la mañana? 27 de julio a las 9 de la mañana.
Muy bien, está perfecto.
Very good. Ujú.
Anything else by either side?
¿Algo más?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Nothing from the state judge. And
Ninguna
again, this individual is apparently made bond. And so the same announcement from the
Él parece
state
que ya cumplió con su fianza.
that if the defendant wishes to enter a plea,
Si quiere meter una declaración, usted,
instead of going to trial in Kinney County, Texas,
en lugar de ir a comparecer ante el jurado en Kinney County, Texas,
his attorney knows to contact the county attorney's office to begin those negotiations.
su abogado ya sabe que tiene que contactar al Kinney County para empezar esas negociaciones.
That would be it, Your Honor. Thank you.
Eso es todo, su señoría, gracias.
Are you ready to release your defendant, Mr. Morales?
Yes,
¿Ya
Your
está
Honor.
listo? ¿Ya se puede retirar?
You're free to go,
Señor
sir.
Alberto, ya se puede retirar. Señor Alberto,
Sí,
ya se
gracias.
puede retirar.
Sí, gracias.
Thank you. Ujú.
And Ms. Enriquez, if you will go ahead and give the instructions again, and let's try to start our language line again.
Okay, sure. Sí, mire, voy a volver a dar las instrucciones a todos otra vez. Yo soy su intérprete, me llamo María y les doy la bienvenida y quiero recordarles que ustedes van a comparecer ante un juez del estado, ante un juez de los Estados Unidos. Deberemos guardar respeto, quitarnos cachuchas, gorras, lo que traigamos en la cubrebocas, todo lo que sea posible y si no traen camisa, por favor póngansela y ustedes deberán poner su nombre en la pantalla si les es posible, depende del dispositivo que estén usando. El canal simultáneo se abrirá en poco, en un momentito. Al momento en que lo vean, ustedes deberán de presionar arriba en la barra un mundito que aparecerá. Presionen el mundo, va a bajar un menú que va a contener español. Presionen español y cuando escuchen su nombre, digan presente. ¿Ok?
So everyone will need to choose their language. We will go to case number 3, which is 14570 CR, State of Texas versus Amado Pascual Castanero Alvarado, which is criminal trespass, a Class A misdemeanor. Looks as though he is in Segovia. Sir, you are Amado Pascual Castarina Alvarado, charged with a Class A misdemeanor. Is that you, sir? Okay, he's nodding his head yes. Okay, just a second. Okay. And Mr. Morales, you are the defense attorney?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
And is the name and the information spelled correctly? And is your client the same individual named in the information on the file?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you waive formal reading of the information?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you want to enter a plea at this time for your defendant?
Yes, Your Honor, of not guilty.
Mr. Alvarado, your next court date will be July the 27th at 9 a.m. for a pretrial hearing that will be by Zoom. You will also have a final pretrial on August the 17th at 9 a.m. by Zoom. You will have an in-person docket call on September the 5th at 9 a.m. And if you go to trial, your jury trial date would be September the 11th at 9 a.m. in person. Anything by either side that needs to be added?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
We'll go to our next case, which is 14571 CR, State of Texas versus Oscar Leonel Alvarado Espino. He's in Segovia also. Sir, are you Oscar Leonel Alvarado Espino? Ms. Enriquez? Okay.
Can't
We,
hear.
we can't hear you when you're giving us the English interpretation.
Tiene dos causas.
I cannot select English on
The bar.
the bar. Okay. Madison, she's saying something about a phone.
maybe call in on your phone. Miss, go ahead.
Can we do that? Will that work? On the bar.
Yes, Your Honor. I think if she logs in with another device, she can be able to tell us in English.
Okay, let's try that.
She can use the audio from that device, hopefully.
Or we could do it the old fashioned way. Which would be a little bit longer, but
Yeah. Yes, perfect. That's okay. 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 Did we give him the dates? Well,
Yes, let me give him the dates again. Okay. Sí, señor, señor Alvarado, usted deberá comparecer por Zoom el 27 de julio y luego otra vez el 17 de agosto y su corte final sería el 11 de septiembre, en el cual usted va a comparecer en persona. Las otras dos son por Zoom.
Okay. Anything further by either side?
¿Alguna cosa más? De cualquier de los dos lados.
nothing in addition to what the state already mentioned, Judge, regarding the plea.
No vamos a agregar nada más aparte de lo que la fiscalía ya dijo.
Hold on just a second, Judge.
Okay.
She doesn't need to be on her phone if we're gonna be able to hear the Spanish. She can just be on the regular channel.
Right. Okay, unless you're gonna hold the phone down when you're speaking Spanish. Yeah, because we're hearing everything.
Okay, so let me go ahead and mute it here every time I do Spanish, I guess.
Yes.
Do you have it on the Spanish channel on your YouTube, on the Zoom? Because we're getting an echo also, so I think.
Let's just do it the old fashioned way. Let's don't have the language line. Okay. Yeah, now we can't hear you.
Well,
That's good.
Good.
Okay. 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 Moving to the next one. Cause number 14575 CR, State of Texas versus Jocelyn Akane Morales Perez, charged with criminal trespass, a class A misdemeanor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Claire
She's
Rosard.
she's number 6 as well, Judge. 5 and 6.
Oh, 5 and 6. Okay. Which is also 14576 CR. And is she online?
Good morning, Your Honor. Claire Rosard from NDS for Ms. Perez. I'm uncertain if she's online. However, I did file a waiver of arraignment for both cause numbers on Tuesday.
Okay. But she needs to be online here.
Even if I submitted a waiver of arraignment that she signed.
Yes, she needs to be online.
Okay, well, I am in communication with her, so I can definitely get her online.
Okay, we'll wait. We'll call her again at the end of the docket.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll go down to number 7, which is 14580 CR, State of Texas versus Fernando Morales Valle, which is evading arrest. It's also number 9, which is 14632 CR. He's in Segovia.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Leighton Hoods for Mr. Morales Valle.
Yes. And you are Fernando Morales Valle, who's been charged with evading arrest and criminal trespass. They're both class A misdemeanors. Is that correct, sir? Is- Okay, I didn't get a response from him, Ms. Enrique. Okay. Are you Fernando Morales Valle?
He's showing us raising his hand, Judge.
Yes. Can you nod your head for us, sir, if you are Fernando Morales Valle?
Sí.
Yes. Okay. And Mr. Hooks, is the name of the information spelled correctly? And is your client the same individual named in the information in these two cases?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Is there a waiver of the formal reading of the informations?
Yes, we'll go ahead and waive formal reading and enter a plea of not guilty as to both charges at this time.
Okay. And I want to make sure you understand, Mr. Morales Valle, that your next court date would be July the 27th at 9 a.m. for a pretrial hearing by Zoom. After that, there will be a final pretrial on August the 17th at 9 a.m. by Zoom. There will be an in-person docket call on September the 5th at 9 a.m. And if you go to trial, the jury trial date would be September the 11th at 9 a.m. Anything further by either side?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor, other than what I've already stated regarding plea arrangements.
Mr.
Nothing
Hooks?
further, Your Honor.
Okay. We will go to number 8, which is 14631 CR, State of Texas versus Samuel Leatrine Ellis. It is a criminal trespass case, a Class A misdemeanor. Is he online? Is our defense attorney online? Namdi Ake? Uh-oh.
Judge, I'm showing that this individual executed a surety bond on June 28th, 2023.
Okay.
So I don't, and at magistration, he was notified to be here on July the 12th for arraignment.
Madison, have you heard from this defense attorney?
No, Your Honor, but I can go ahead and try and get a hold of him.
Okay, let's go ahead and try to we'll come back to that one and try to get a hold of him. We're going to go down to number 10, which is 14633 CR, State of Texas versus Ricardo Horta Cortina.
Claire Resorick, Your Honor, for Mr. Cortita, and he is online.
He is, okay. If you'll speak up, raise your hand. Let's see you.
I don't know if he's able to hear us. I believe he's under Moto E32. He's wearing sort of a green shirt.
Wait a minute. Oh, Moto E. Can you hear us, sir? Mr. Horta Cortina, can you hear us? If you raise your hand, if you can hear us. He's raising his hand. Thank you, sir. And sir, you are the same person that's been charged with evading arrest. Is that correct? You understand that? If you do, raise your hand for us. Can you hear us now, sir? If you can, raise your hand. Ms. Enrique, are you able to communicate with him at all? No. Okay. Why don't we
Judge,
come?
I can hear on the Spanish channel, I can hear Ms. Enriquez, but he has not responded at all to anything she's been telling him, the defendant.
Okay. Can you try to call him? defense attorney and see if you can help him a little bit. Maybe we'll come back to him.
Okay, that's fine, Your Honor. And also, Your Honor, my previous client, Ms. Perez, she is online now.
Okay. And which numbers are those? Remind me.
That was,
5 and 6.
yes.
Okay. Okay. 14575 CR and 14576 CR, State of Texas versus Jocelyn Akani Morales Perez. Ms. Perez, are you present?
I saw her name on the screen. Let me look at the participant list.
I see her name as well. There she is.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Can you hear us, Ms. Akane?
Sí.
Very good. And defense attorney, is the name in the information spelled correctly, and is your client the same individual named in the information on the file?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you waive the formal reading of the information in these two cases?
Yes, we waive formal reading and enter a plea of not guilty for both cases.
Okay. Ma'am, I want to make sure that you understand that you've been charged with 2 Class A misdemeanors. Your next court date will be on July the 27th at 9 a.m. for a pretrial by Zoom, followed by a final pretrial on August the 17th at 9 a.m. by Zoom. You will have an in-person docket call on September the 5th at 9 a.m. in Kinney County. And then if you were to go to trial, your trial date would be September the 11th at 9 a.m. in Kinney County. Anything further by either side?
And nothing from
Yes,
the state, other than Judge, Ms. Wazorek said that she had filed a waiver of arraignment, but I'm looking at the files and iDocket, and I don't see one filed, and you may want to look into that. I'm not doubting that she did that, but I'm not showing it.
Madison said, well, told me a while ago she couldn't see it either, so you might want to check on that.
Okay, that's fine.
Judge,
Yes.
if I may real quick. So we are actually transitioning into our new iDocket. So everything's going into the new iDocket. So I need to print it out and scan it into the old iDocket. So it's been a long process.
Okay.
I do have it, but I need to scan it into the old one.
Okay, great. Thank
At
you,
this
Ms.
point,
Sanchez.
I think, the client's here, she's been arraigned.
Yes, all's good. All is
Yeah.
good. Okay, we will move down to number 11 at this time.
Gracias.
Your Honor, can we make sure that Ms.
Oh.
Perez, she's excused?
Yes, will you let her know? Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. We're going to go down to number 11, which is 14634 CR, State of Texas versus Hugo Cesar Rosas, which is charged with criminal trespass, a Class A misdemeanor.
Eliana Esparza, standing in for Miss Davina Carson-Wittick with NDS, Your Honor. This client was released on bond on July 6th. They have not yet returned home, so we would ask that his arraignment be carried over to the next date that you said and just combine it with pretrial on July 27th.
On July 27th. What we're going to do, if we're going to do an arraignment, it'll be on the 26th.
Okay.
We'll let it be reset until that date since it just got out. But July the 26th at 9 a.m. We'll reset that.
Thank you.
Okay, we're down to number 12, which is 14635 CR, State of Texas versus Miguel Angel Chavez Alfaro, which has been charged with evading arrest, Class A misdemeanor. He's online. And who's
Good
our
morning,
defense?
this is Leighton Hoods for Mr. Chavez Alfaro.
Thank you. And sir, you are Miguel Angel Chavez Alfaro, is that correct? He's raising his hand. Thank you, sir. And do you understand, sir, that you've been charged with evading arrest or detention? It is a Class A misdemeanor. If you do, raise your hand for me. Shaking his head. And Mr. Hooks, is the name of the information spelled correctly, and is your client the same individual named in the information in the file?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Do you waive a formal reading of the information?
Yes, we'll waive the formal reading and enter a plea of not guilty at this time.
The next court date for this case will be July the 27th at 9 a.m. for a pretrial. It will be by Zoom, followed by a final pretrial on August the 17th at 9 a.m. by Zoom. There will be an in-person docket call on September the 5th at 9 a.m. in Kinney County. And if the case were to go to trial, the trial date would be September the 11th at 9 a.m. in Kinney County. Anything else we need to put on the record by either side?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
And if you'll let him know, Ms. Enrique, that he can be released. We will go to number 13, 14636 CR State of Texas versus Aaron Rivera Hernandez, which has been charged with evading arrest or detention, a Class A misdemeanor.
Eliana Esparza with NDS, Your Honor. Mr. Hernandez is present under his full name with his camera on.
Whoops. If we could have you speak up, sir.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, sir. You are Aaron Rivera Hernandez, who has been charged with evading arrest. Is that correct?
Presente.
But are you Aaron Rivera Hernandez? Yes or no?
Presente.
Okay, he's saying he is. Okay. And Mrs. Esparza, is the name of the information spelled correctly? And is your client the same individual named in the information on the file?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you waive the formal reading of the information?
Yes, Your Honor, and we enter a plea of not guilty at this time.
The next court date for this case will be on July the 27th at 9 a.m. for a pretrial by Zoom, followed by a final pretrial on August the 17th at 9 a.m. by Zoom. There will be an in-person docket call in Kinney County on September the 5th at 9 a.m. And if the case were to go to trial, the trial date would be September the 11th at 9 a.m. in person in Kinney County. Need to add anything by either side?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor. May me and my client be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
Mrs. Esparza, if you'll let him know. I mean, Mr. Enriquez, excuse me. Okay, we'll go to number 14, which is 14637 CR State of Texas versus Juan Carlos Coleman Hernandez, charged with criminal trespass, a Class A misdemeanor.
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Derek Morales. I'm the defense counsel for Mr. Coleman. He's on the Zoom right now.
I see him there. And sir, you are Juan Carlos Coleman Hernandez, who has been charged with criminal trespass, a Class A misdemeanor. Is that correct?
Presente.
Okay. And is the name of the information spelled correctly? And is your client the same individual named in the information on the file?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you waive the formal reading of the information?
Yes, Your Honor.
And would you like to enter a plea up to the charge at this time?
Yes, Your Honor, of not guilty.
The next court date will be on July the 27th at 9 a.m. for a pretrial hearing, followed by a final pretrial on August the 17th at 9 a.m. There will be an in-person docket call on September the 5th at 9 a.m. in Kinney County. If the case were to go to trial, the trial date would be September the 11th in person in Kinney County at 9 a.m. Anything we need to add by either side?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
We'll go to number 15, 14638 CR, State of Texas versus Luis Angel Saraceno Loreto.
Your Honor, may my client be excused, Mr. Coleman Hernandez?
Yes, and Ms. Enriquez, if you'll let him know that he can be released. You're free to go offline, Mr. Coleman. Okay, is Mr. Loreto online? Mr. Morales?
Yes, Your Honor. He's in Segovia.
Oh, he's in Segovia, okay. Okay. You are Luis Angel Saraceno Loreto. Is that correct, sir?
Yeah.
You've been charged with criminal trespass, a Class A misdemeanor. Mr. Morales, is the name of the information spelled correctly, and is your client the same individual named in the information on the file?
Yes, sir.
Do you waive the formal reading of the information?
Yes, Your Honor, and we have a plea of not guilty.
The next court date, the next court setting will be on July the 27th at 9 a.m. for a pretrial hearing, followed by final pretrial on August the 17th at 9 a.m. Both of those will be by Zoom. There will be an in-person docket call in Kinney County on September the 5th at 9 a.m. If the case were to go to trial, it would be on September the 11th at 9 a.m. in person in Kinney County. Anything further we need to put on the record by either side?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
Mr. Morales? Did we lose you, Mr. Morales?
I think we may have. I don't see him now.
Okay.
I see his name, but I don't.
He was cutting out, but the last thing he said, I could hear it all, but then he kind of cut out. Maybe he's trying to get back on. Well, we're finished with that one anyway. If he wants to put something else on the record, we'll let him, but we did everything we needed to.
He's
Okay,
also on the next case, Judge.
I'm sorry?
He's also on number 16, the next case.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, Your Honor. I got kicked out. I just got back on.
Okay. Did you need to put anything else on the record on that one?
No, Your Honor, I do.
Okay, we'll go to number 16, 14639 CR, State of Texas versus Enrique Reyes Garcia. The charge is criminal trespass, a Class A misdemeanor.
Yes, Your Honor. Defense Attorney Derek Morales on behalf of Mr. Garcia. He's on Zoom with his camera on.
I see him there. Sir, you are Enrique Reyes Garcia. Is that correct? He's raising his hand. Yes, sir. Okay.
Presente.
Mr. Morales, is the name and the information spelled correctly? And is your client the same individual name in the information on the file?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you waive formal reading of the information?
Yes, Your Honor, and we enter a plea of not guilty.
The next court date will be July the 27th for a pretrial at 9 a.m. by Zoom, followed by a final pretrial on August the 17th by Zoom at 9 a.m. There will be an in-person docket call in Kinney County on September the 5th at 9 a.m. If the case were to go to trial, it would be set for September the 11th at 9 a.m. in person in Kinney County. Do we need to put anything else on the record by either side?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
We will go to number 17 and 18.
May me and my client be excused?
Yes. And Ms. Enriquez, if you'll let Mr. Garcia know that he is free to go. Yes, Madison?
Your Honor, these are the recusal cases. Mr. Flores from Tom Green County will be joining here in a little bit.
Okay, he's not on yet. Okay.
No.
Hang on just 1 minute then. Okay, we were going back to number 8. Were we ever able to get a hold of the defense attorney in number 8?
I see her name on screen, Judge.
Okay,
The
me
name
s-
on the screen.
I believe he's logged on, Your Honor.
Namdi Eke?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mm.
Okay, very good. We're going to call number 14631 CR State of Texas versus Samuel Leatrine Ellis, charged with criminal trespass, a class A misdemeanor. Is Mr. Ellis online or is he? Mr. Eke, do you know if he's online?
We tried to send him the link. Well, I'm not sure if he's online yet.
Okay. He should have been online for 45 minutes if he was going to be here. And we're at the end of our docket. At this time, I'm going to forfeit his bond. If for some reason you're able to get him back in contact with him and get him back in contact to get online at a date very soon, I would be willing to most likely do away with the bond forfeiture, but that would need to be quickly.
Your Honor, we didn't get notice of this hearing. We just got notice today. So we're asking the courts to please reconsider.
Madison, can you check and see?
Your Honor, he may be correct. Mr. Eke is pretty new, so I don't think we have his email information.
Okay, but was the defendant given notice?
The defendant was given notice, Judge. That's shown on the magistration paperwork where he was given notice to appear today, July the 12th.
Okay, and if that's true, I'm going to go ahead and forfeit his bond. But like I said, if you can get in contact with him very quickly, Mr. Eke, I'll reconsider that.
Okay, greetings from Denton County, Your Honor.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, I'm in Denton right now.
Oh, very good, very good. You're not
In
far
your
from
court,
me.
actually.
Oh, okay. Very good, very good.
All right.
Your
Okay.
Honor, Your
What?
Honor, before Mr. Eke leaves, if he could provide us with his email information, so we can get him dockets.
Okay, I'll send it in the chat.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Eke.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll go to number 10, back to number 10. Let's see if we can get Mr. Horto Cortina. I know he's Mato. Okay, he's hearing us now. Very good. This is 14633 CR, the state of Texas versus Ricardo Horto Cortina.
Hello, hello, hello.
Very good, sir. You are charged with evading arrest or detention. Okay.
Hello, hello.
For the record, Your Honor, I don't think that's my client speaking. I think that's King Sosa.
Okay. Okay.
However,
Hang
I
on,
did
Mr.
okay.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I did message my client and he confirmed that he's able to hear us.
Okay. Very good. Very good. And is the name in the information spelled correctly? And is your client the same individual named in the information on the file?
Yes, Your Honor,
Do you waive formal reading of the information?
we do.
And do you want to enter a plea to the charge at this time?
Not guilty.
The next court date will be July the 27th at 9 a.m. for a pretrial hearing by Zoom, followed by a final pretrial on August the 17th at 9 a.m. by Zoom. There will be an in-person docket call in Kinney County on September the 5th at 9 a.m. If the case were to go to trial, it would be September the 11th at 9 a.m. in person in Kinney County. Anything further by either side that we need to put on the record?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
Not from the defense, Your Honor. And if Mr. Cortina could just be let know that he can be excused, that would be great.
Mr. Cortina, you're free to go offline. You're free to go, sir. And I also want to make sure if he's still online, I want to make sure that Juan Coleman understands that he is free to go too. And I know he's staying online. He doesn't need to.
Your Honor.
Yes.
My client is back online.
Oh, okay, very good, very good. Awesome. We'll go back to number 8. Samuel Leatrine Ellis, are you online, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm online.
And are you under King Sosa?
Yeah, yes, sir. That's me.
Okay, so you speak English?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good, very good. You've been charged with criminal trespass. It's a Class A misdemeanor. And Mr. Eke, do you want, is the name and the information spelled correctly? And is your client the same individual named in the information on the file?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you waive formal reading of the information?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you want to enter a plea to the charge at this time?
Yeah, we enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Very good. Okay. Mr. Ellis, I want to make sure you understand that the next date that you'll need to be here is July the 27th at 9 a.m. for a pretrial hearing. That will be by Zoom. That will be followed by a final pretrial hearing on August the 17th at 9 a.m. by Zoom. There will be an in-person docket call in Kinney County, Texas on September the 5th at 9 a.m. And if the case were to go to trial, the trial date at this time is September the 11th at 9 a.m. in person in Kinney County, Texas.
Okay.
Anything further we need to put on the record by either side?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Shapley, did you want to address him since he was new about the procedures?
I would, Your Honor. In the event that the defendant wishes to enter a plea in lieu of going to trial, then he should reach out to the Kinney County Attorney's Office to begin those negotiations regarding the plea agreement. And that can be done through email and discussing the matter with Mr. Hackabill.
And Mr. Eke, do you have the information where you need to contact, who you need to contact, or?
No, Your Honor. I would like to get that information.
Can you give that to him, Mr. Shapley?
I can, Your Honor. If
you want me to email you? I mean, put you in the chat box.
I can put it in the chat box.
Judge, this is Christina from the county attorneys. Mr. Eke, I sent you a message on the chat with all of our emails, so you can reach out to us.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Great. Who says?
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. And you're free to go, Mr. Eke.
Have a good day, Judge. Good to see you.
Yes, you too. And Mr. Ellis, you're free to go also.
All righty. Thank you.
You bet. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Okay. Do we have the people from Tom Green County online yet?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Okay, we'll call these last two cases, 14640CR and 14641CR. The charges are criminal trespass and evading arrest, both Class A misdemeanors. It's the state of Texas versus Brandon Ramon Agranado Vargas. Mr. Vargas is in Segovia. Are you Brandon Ramon Agranado Vargas, sir? Raising his hand, yes. Okay. You understand, sir, you've been charged with criminal trespass and evading arrest. They're both Class A misdemeanors. And Mr. Lott, is the name in the information spelled correctly? And is your client the same individual named in the information on the files?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you waive formal reading of the information?
Yes, Your Honor, and we'd like to enter a plea of not guilty for both charges.
Very good. Our next court date will be on July the 27th at 9 a.m. for a pretrial hearing. That will be by Zoom, followed by a final pretrial hearing on August the 17th at 9 a.m. by Zoom. There will be an in-person docket call on September the 5th in Kinney County, Texas at 9 a.m. If the case were to go to trial, the trial date at this time is September the 11th, 9 a.m. in person in Kinney County, Texas. Is there anything else that we need to put on the record by either side?
Not from the defense.
Not necessarily from the state, Your Honor. I will provide Mr. Lott with my email address, since it will be different than the Kinney County email address. I do want to, I guess, and I'll ask the I'll ask the county attorney's office there in Kinney County after this hearing on my additional question.
Okay. Okay, I believe that's everything on that one then. Okay,
Judge, can I ask the prosecutor, Mr. Flores, what is your first name?
Chris,
Thank you.
normal spelling.
Thank you.
okay, I believe that is everything on our docket for the morning. Am I missing anything, Madison?
Not that I can see, Your Honor.
Okay. I believe we're gonna go offline then. Thank you, everyone, for being here this morning. Have a great morning and the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, Judge.
Bet. I'm gonna stay online with that.